roller coaster of emotions that game was. The Lions beat the Dallas Cowboys 31-30 in a crazy, awesome game. I hope you watch it because it was just amazing. You know, Stafford comes down and drives the final drive, 1 minute and 8 seconds from the 20, his own 20, 80 yards, and he punches it in with the okie dokie fake, I'm going to put the clock out, jumps over. The Dallas defensive line doesn't even try to tackle him, or the linebackers, even on the second attempt, which was amazing. I mean, how do you give up? You never give up. Never say never. And I don't blame anybody but the coaching staff on Dallas for that loss. That was just bad. But on the same note, Detroit Lions -4 on turnovers are the second team in the history of the NFL to come back and win the game. I want to talk about Jim Schwartz's game plan, which I think has been lacking in the last 2 games, and I think that maybe there's something going on there that his NFL football IQ for game planning isn't really there. Because last week you had Furia in the red zone, and we got down to the red zone many times, and we started to run the ball with Reggie Bush. I'm starting to sense there's like maybe a sports agent calling from Calvin Johnson's office and saying, listen, our guy's the man. You throw him the ball if you're going to throw the ball in the end zone. That's what you pay him for. He's our star. Throw it to him. Reggie Bush is the star. Throw it to him. Don't be throwing to no-name guys. And I think that's what was really going on, because Furia was 3 touchdowns in the end zone, and then you don't throw to him this week at all. Nowhere in the red zone. They didn't throw 1 pass to him in the red zone. And Pettigrew is still dropping balls. I don't understand that. So Jim Schwartz's game plan was borrowed from Cincinnati, which they should have beat Arizona and Cincinnati, but Jim Schwartz has a problem firing people that don't do their job, a.k.a. the special teams coach, which last week cost us, it seems like the Lions are not preparing for games, and the special teams blocked punt, almost ran back for a touchdown last week, and then a 27-yard punt out of our own end zone that cost us a field goal, and we lost to Cincinnati, which we should have came back and won that game because we had momentum. And then what was that? The Cardinals game, the Phoenix Cardinals. We lost that game too as well because of special teams. I mean, we lost it because there was no game plan with Reggie Bush. But those are 3 games, and luckily we got this win because of the coaching staff on Dallas did not have enough confidence in Romo to throw the ball at the end, which in turn helped us win the game. I mean, obviously that holding call at the end wouldn't have been there if they would have been throwing the ball, because here's what happened. Jim Schwartz's game plan, borrowed from Cincinnati, weak side blitz DBs, was busted by the second half. They kept doing the same thing. They didn't change nothing after the second half. And then if Dallas would have just kept throwing on our DBs, they'd have won this game. But they went away from it. They were trying to run, which is like, what were you even thinking? It was like a gift. And in Jim Schwartz, I don't see his game plan. I mean, the game plan that he used this week is what Cincinnati was doing to them last week. And I was like, for real? You're weak side blitzing? And then he got busted open by draws and screens, and we were down by 10 points. And the only people I want to give the game ball to is Nick Farley and Ndamukong Suh for sticking in there, especially Nick Farley with a hurt ankle. I mean, we lost a couple players. I mean, NFL, you get hurt players all the time on both sides. Ryan Broyles looks like a bust pick because now he's hurt again, and there's hurt players on both sides. And we were playing against the second-team pro defense for the Dallas Cowboys, and they still got a sack on us. I mean, the only game balls I give to the defense for holding us in there for us to have a chance to win the game. Never give up. There's huge plays in there. Des Bryant says he's better than Calvin Johnson. Complete joke. Unprofessional. I mean, screaming like a little baby on the sidelines. I mean, come on, seriously. You don't even know how to act, and you're a professional football player who makes millions of dollars. You wonder why they don't throw the ball to you. Calvin Johnson had I think it was bust out 329 yards receiving. What was it? Stafford scores the winning touchdown using his brain, plus throwing for 488 yards on the Dallas Cowboys, and only like the youngest quarterback in 53 games to reach over 15,000 yards of passing. It's not because of Calvin Johnson. I mean, there's a big portion of it, but he distributed the ball very well today. I mean, just people, we got the most drop passes in the NFL, 28, 30 drop passes. Durham caught that catch. They weren't expecting it to go to him. That set us up for the touchdown to Calvin Johnson, and that was a wrap. I think at the end, Dallas shot themselves in the foot because they were scared that Romo was going to lose the game and throw an interception. So they played very conservative, and they laid off on us with 1 minute and 8 seconds because they were scared of Calvin Johnson. But yet Stafford threw it to Durham and got it in there and set us up for the touchdown. Overall, I think we're lacking in huge departments here moving forward into the bye week. One, our special teams is trash and horrible. They should fire the special teams coach. Two, they need to practice what they preach. I don't think the Lions are practicing hard enough, and it showed on the field today with opening drive penalties of offsides. Come on, you're a professional team. You should be doing better than that. Prepare yourself. This is the NFL. This is what you get paid for. Eat, sleep, and drink it. Let's go. You don't need to be making a mistake. Lastly, Jim Schwartz's game plans, they're inept. There's nothing there. I don't know if he doesn't, maybe he don't think he has the personnel, but the game plans are so simple on defense. They just started blitzing, and this is the 8th week. And the only reason they blitzed because Cincinnati was weak side blitzing last week. So they were weak side blitzing opposite of Des Bryant. They ripped that off from Cincinnati. Other than that, going into the bye week, we're going up against Chicago at home. I think we are in a huge advantage because one, they don't have a defensive line in there. Two, they do not have Cutler, who even though he's a terrible quarterback and cracks under pressure, they don't have him. So who are they gonna play against? A second-rate quarterback? They're not gonna beat us. That's just my opinion, but that's the way it's looking. And hopefully we're gonna be 6-3, and it's gonna be a race between us and Green Bay. Unfortunately, I think Green Bay has a way better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers, but hopefully we get some break. And until next time, it's your boy Fists. I'll see you then. Peace.